you.
She's way over there. Okay.
We're going to do the intro real quick?
Yes.
Hold on. Busy.
Ready and go.
All right, welcome to the garage. We're almost out of the garage, but obviously we're still here. So welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with the coaches and the coach's daughter. She's here too. She's going to teach us some stuff.
She took a peanut.
Oh, hold on. Do we need to record that? Because I don't have my microphone on.
We gotta start all over.
Should we start again? Here you go. Unlock it. So, without further ado, let's get to your groin. For the first groin, we're going to be one thing that is absolutely horrendous and that you want to avoid at all costs when you're lifting weights, taking out the garbage, cleaning restrooms, and doing other nefarious activities. Avoid a groin stretch. Some of our most beloved gym followers and friends and family have suffered terrible groin stretches. It feels like you've been hit in the groin with a Mack truck, and your weightlifting career is going to be put on hold until
you get a new groin.
You get a new one. And those transplants, you have to be on the list for a while.
I was just going to say that.
You have to take anti-groin transplant drugs. It's just an ordeal. So let's just
you
stretch
can also
it,
grow
okay?
a new groin. If you're eating a lot of like soybeans and stuff like that, you can grow a whole new one.
You're not lying, actually. A lot of spinach too. A lot of spinach. But that's gonna be in Tuesdays with the Coach 18.A. That's gonna be an extra heavy lifting session talking about groins and spinach.
All right.
So, without any more further ado, the first groin stretch, which Brenna will demonstrate and I will follow.
Okay.
Alright, now our groins are stretched out. Now there's one thing I do want to point out. If you have a slightly damaged groin, sorry, before I continue that, there are a couple more exercises that are actually in depth, which I am going to give probably next week's Tuesdays with the Coach. We're going to call it Groin Part A. Thank you, David Castro. It's going to be a little bit more advanced, but I also need a little more wall space, and we don't have that right now. So
he's been doing a lot of groin research, testing out different groins.
Look, I care about gym members.
Different groins.
I care about gym members' groins.
Taking groin tests.
Yes.
Lab samples.
And ultrasound. Well, I've been doing research.
Swaps.
Okay, this stuff. Squats. So yes, there is a second portion of this whole groin deal to come.
Yay! More groin stuff.
But that's to come a little bit later on. There's something I wanted to point out before we move on. These are actually real stretches. We're silly people, but these are actually legitimate stretches. So do them, incorporate them into your warm-up. But if you have a damaged groin at all, don't do anything that we just showed you, okay? Don't stretch at all. You don't want to stretch a strain. That's just silly. Ice it. Ice, baby. Get 2 big old bolsas of hielo and pass right there. Just ice here, ice there, and just make yourself a raspa without the spicy stuff. Just
Groin raspa.
just sit there.
Flavor. A little bit salty. Oh god, that's horrible.
Just sitting there in a bathtub of ice like a ginger raspa. And, you know, it'll help the inflammation. It'll help the recovery process. And, yeah. Cut!
All right.
All right. So, that's it. Don't forget those groin stretches. And also ice if you're currently damaged. Don't stretch that thing. Don't work out too much. Use
That
lots of
thing.
ice. Sit in a bath.
Like it's a
Rethink your
dongle.
life. No icy hot. Icy hot, it's a creation of the devil. And also, you just don't want to use icy hot.
On your
No,
groin.
that's too hot.
Exactly. It's too hot. So, also, if it's really stinging, go find your buddies at Rusty. They'll fix you up. They specialize in groin care. I like how I'm getting like attaboys in the background. It's the greatest thing ever. All right. For comments, questions, concerns,
Come meet us in person.
probably better that way. Just come meet us in person. It's the gym with that white guy who's always working out in the driveway. That sounds like a bad joke, but it's actually a real thing. We've gotten business because they see the white guy working out in the driveway at 30 degrees. They see that kind of commitment, and
There's
they
a
see.
white guy in the driveway. It must be a good neighborhood.
That's so
They
racist.
think good neighborhood, dedication, technique, and he's not afraid to dress up like Thor. I mean, Thor comes to work
Not
out here from time
afraid.
to
He's
time.
like, can I please dress up like Thor?
We're done. We're done here.
All right. Did you fart?
Yep.